Welcome to 1993. This is Regeneration X. We're going to take a look at the video games of February 1993. My name is Daniel. I am joined as always by Cass and Wesley. We're going to get into it with the arcades just a bit. Big in the arcades from our pals at Sega. Lethal Enforcers. You guys remember this one?
Heck to the yes. That game was fun. That's a legit arcade classic.
Absolutely. Guns had the blue and red gun, I think, for two players.
For sure. For sure.
These terrorists.
Those were like the best date games.
That's a great way to, I don't know that I ever had a date in an arcade, sadly, especially considering my personality. Yeah, I'm sure Franco, I did.
What?
I'm sure I did. It's inevitable, right? But what a good idea that this was a great date game.
Yeah, like any of the games that had like two guns and you're like a team, those are the best. And the number one game like that was that old Jurassic Park game where you sat in the thing.
Oh, because
you sat down in the thing together.
A little cozy.
Oh my God. Yeah, Jennifer and I built our relationship inside that thing. But yeah, I took a couple of dates in there.
Can't say that I have.
I can just get her in the Jurassic Park.
Oh my God.
I'm going to make first base at least.
No doubt.
Moving on.
Short hop to.
Speaking of handhelds, we're going to move on to the handhelds.
Yes.
To the Atari Lynx, Dracula the Undead.
I feel like Daniel embarrassed himself with that one.
I did, but I thought you would like it.
Yes.
Nice point and click adventure here for the Atari Lynx. These graphics are difficult to deal with, but let's see if we can get any Dracula action.
You just kind of have to remember that there's a guy back there at that point.
Yeah. Like my guy's back there somewhere. I really kind of give them a huge credit for what they were trying to do here. Like this, this is a portable handheld Atari Lynx.
I mean, just look at how big the pixels are in this.
Yeah.
I mean, these are huge pixels, so they're very limited.
It's hard to, I'd love to see what it looks like, on the handheld screen. But still, I gotta, who knows if it's fun or not, but I'm gonna give it some credit. I might have tried it. I didn't own the Lynx, but it's got
Did anybody own the Lynx?
No, that's the problem.
I've never been a fan of handhelds. Like once my first experience with shut up. My first experience with the Game Boy, it's like, oh yeah, I won this Game Boy. I'm good.
Wow.
I'm good on that. I've never been much of a fan.
Play a little Tetris and move on, huh?
I rarely play games on my phone. It's just whatever. It's not
I'm like that now. Save the, occasionally I'll get into some Bejeweled style game for like a day, but
right.
I can't. I don't know. I'm just classic. I gotta have a controller.
Yep.
Or maybe a keyboard and mouse, but
most of the games I play are, and I've honestly maybe played a Game Boy probably less than 10 times in my life.
Sure.
Yeah, but I mean, if you didn't have one, you weren't likely to play one because wasn't really conducive to sharing very much unless you're on some road trip with somebody and taking turns or something. This is
more Indiana Jones than that last one that we looked at, which
at least it's identifiable without me telling you it's Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So give it credit for that. This is on the Sega Genesis.
They've done a good job with the sound or the score.
Yeah.
You know exactly what this is just by hearing it.
No doubt. Like even him picking up those lassos, I guess.
Yeah.
The whips.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe it's a whip. Because that's what he used. He used the whip, right? For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I like how if you come across a locked chest, you can punch it 3 times.
Isn't that how everybody opens their chest?
I've never tried. I guess I'll watch out. Watch out, Locke's chest. I'm coming for you.
He's got to beat up. That's Dog the Bounty Hunter, isn't it?
Yeah, right on.
The bounty hunter.
I'll tell you what. A whip ranks pretty high on my list of weapons I wish I knew how to use. Or just things.
It's kind of a
whips are cool.
It's also an intimidating / scary weapon to be up against if someone really knows how to use it. You got range and control.
That range, yeah. Anyone that's played fighting games where one of the characters has a whip or a whip-like weapon,
right?
You respect that.
Frustrating
range.
to deal with.
Yeah.
Speaking of Game Boy,
interesting.
Dot matrix with stereo sound.
I love the presentation of this video. This is
no doubt,
like almost the real deal here. This is Super Mario Land, 6 golden coins. I already know you guys aren't the biggest lovers of Mario, being Sega guys, which is great with me, but
well, you know,
I mean, he's still
Super
Mario though.
Bros. 3 ranks really high on my list of favorite games ever. Super Mario 1, 2, and 3 are high on my list of enjoyable games.
Yeah, same
But that's
here.
where life ended for me with Mario for the most part.
To
was
Sega.
with Super Mario 3, yeah.
This one looks pretty good for a handheld as well.
It does.
That miserable green Game Boy screen, but other than that,
right?
Like this would have been a great console game. And now it can be with the powers of emulators.
Right. Yeah, if this came out on the original NES, I would have been down for that.
Oh, absolutely. You can tell it's sort of based on Super Mario 3.
Right.
Moving on to Super Nintendo from Nintendo's handheld. This is the Coma Tribes. Okay. New York City, the center of all evil in the United States. That is a declarative statement.
Screw you, Al Qaeda.
Oh, you got the Twin Towers back there, and there was Ground Zero in that.
Nice.
Or in the text that was on the screen.
Let's go where the action is. Says a young Wesley.
Check them out for like showing multiple nationalities or ethnicities. Let's cover it all instead of just.
This is kind of a Double Dragon Final Fight style game.
Yeah. Yeah, he just kicked Macho Man in the face.
How are you walking around with a board and don't swing it at anybody in a fight?
Yeah. Oh, that was nice. Dump on him. Bow.
I like the knee drop.
To land on him. Yeah, no doubt. The knee drop is
innovative.
Nice. He needs to be able to land on him and like ground and pound. Yes. I would have played this and enjoyed it, without a doubt.
It does look fun. See, I'll have to see if there's a 3-player option. We'll tackle this in real life sometime.
Okay. It's total Double Dragon. This is whatever. But yeah, I totally would have enjoyed it. Oh, yes, you could. Did you see it?
Yeah.
He totally pummeled that dude. Yeah, this is without a doubt Double Dragon.
We were hoping it wasn't you, but it is you, woman whose hair is upside down.
Gravity does not exist here.
I'll fight until I'm defeated.
She hit him with her hair? She told that hooker hit him with her hair. What kind of hands does she have? Oh, she's magic.
She's having to bring the clothesline. Oh, the super kick puts her away.
That'll do it.
Finish her.
Knock the hose weave out.
What a long load time for a cartridge cutscene.
What song is that? That's a recognizable.
I think it's just your basic 80s background music, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was in every movie.
I feel like it might be a little Michael Jackson inspired.
Okay.
Thank you for knocking me out. Now I see. Oh, for killing me. Okay.
She was kind of pretty. Somehow flat-chested, but not.
They didn't know how to draw a girl from the side.
Yeah, that was weird.
Another Super NES game that apparently was very well received, dealing with mythology. It's called Gods. And as you can see, your guys, it's a pretty high energy game, the way he's throwing out these
It's freaking Ultimate Warrior over there.
Yeah.
No doubt.
He's running around like he's Ultimate Warrior going to the ring.
He is. What were these
He does
games
not play
competing against from the Sega? Because, I mean, they look interesting and potentially fun, but I don't remember every...
I don't know. It's
I
like
have no idea what they are.
Altered Beast on steroids. I don't know.
Yeah. Nah, I think I'm probably good on this one.
Super Valis is
That's awesome.
another side-scrolling platform RPG-ish kind of game for the Super Nintendo. It's not really impressing me as much as the last one that we looked at, though. Visually, anyway.
I feel like I would have played this one before that last one.
Yeah, I was coming around to that too. Is while visually not as much going on, it does look a little more engaging.
Yeah.
This is totally how I would have dealt with this area too.
No doubt.
Just
back in the day,
dodge
find a
it.
way to run past everything.
Yep. Mario 3 would just fly over as much of the stage as possible.
Or under as much of the stage as possible.
Oh yeah, that's right. Do the thing where you just fly under the ship or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Get those super wings after you beat the game. Or super feather, however that thing worked.
Now we're talking my favorite system of all
Now
time,
we're
the
talking.
Sega CD. I know you guys don't have as much Sega CD.
Oh, this is Sega CD.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is called Sewer Shark. This is one of the first innovative full motion video games.
Didn't we see that with Babysitter's Club 3?
Yeah, it's came out, within a few months of of Babysitter's Club 3, aka Night Trap. Here in this game, let me just give you the premise. In the future, the sewers are infested with vermin like that, and your job is to fly around in your little pod and shoot all these rats. And if you shoot enough rats, you get to take a vacation to... It's kind of like, not Hunger Games, but something along those lines where everybody's just enslaved to their job, and if you perform well enough, they give you these fake promises of sending you to the paradise land. It has this guy in it. I can't remember his actual name. Here he comes. You'll recognize him, though. Well, if you can recognize him through the grainy video, that is.
Yeah. He's always that guy.
He's always that guy, yeah. I would love it if they would give this the remake treatment that they gave Night Trap. Do you guys, along the lines of... Did I cut you off? What were you saying?
Nothing important. I want ice cream.
Okay.
I want 3 ice cream sundaes.
Just like that guy had, huh?
Yes, please.
Along the lines of a King's Quest, did you guys ever play any of the Monkey Island games?
No.
It's going to be a negative.
All right. From
This is a
LucasArts.
PC game?
It was originally a PC game, came to Sega CD. Later it will come to PlayStation 1. You can kind of get the idea of what's going on. Yeah. Had a really good sense of humor.
Pirate-based?
This one is, yeah. You're a terrible, almost like a Jack Sparrow kind of luckily clumsy kind of pirate.
Sounds fun.
It is, and it's very well written. So I mean, there's not a lot of action. It's more like figure out what to do, like use this object here, talk to this person here. But yeah, apparently the dialogue was supposed to be very clever.
Duel.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day comes to the Sega Genesis.
Hey.
I like it so far.
I'm going to go with this movie still holds up.
I haven't watched it in years, but I bet it does.
Me neither.
It
Again,
has
that's
to.
all assumption on my part. It has to. Has to. Any interest in this new Terminator movie that's about to drop?
The one with Arnold and Sarah Connor in it again?
Yeah.
Aren't they like trying to forget that the other movies were made?
I think they're trying to... I don't know, this might not be fair to say. That they may be forgetting everything after Terminator 3 for this movie.
Is that right?
think they would need to, and I think really we all should.
Oh, you guys are anti the other Terminator movies?
I haven't seen them, so I can't really say, but they didn't intrigue me like Terminator 2 did.
Yeah.
Agreed there, but I will say that I was pleasantly surprised with the one or two that I did see. I've never been disappointed by a Terminator movie. I've never not enjoyed one. I haven't seen all of the newer ones, but the ones that I did see were, oh, okay, that was a Terminator movie that wasn't bad, because they're never bad, in my opinion.
That's fair. That's fair. And as much as I love Christian Bale, for not just for Batman, but for a lot of things he's done, I just owe it to him to give his a try for that.
Right. Agreed. Yeah, check him out.
Isn't that the movie where they recorded that audio zerk on somebody on set?
Yeah, like he was doing some emotional scene, and like the sound grip guy like had the microphone in the shot or something, and then he just lost it on the guy.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't confirm the degree of the accusation because I've never like seen the outtake if it exists, but that is the rumor that he really was really mean about the guy screwing up during his big emotional scene. This is a pretty cool looking game here. We're saving Sarah and John. Putting a little elevator action with this.
Takes him to that dude in the desert with all the guns in the ground, and that's totally what I want in my life. At some point I want a hole in the ground with an armory there.
Nice.
Not necessarily in the desert, like in my backyard I'd be cool with.
And a coffin.
To take some creative liberties with this final boss battle with the T-1000.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Not a terrible looking game though.
Maybe. Well, it's a Sega game, so of course it's not terrible looking, right?
George Foreman.
Nah.
Got Lorenzo Bullet Luciano. The Bullet.
Okay.
Pixelated Bikini Girl is always one of my favorite things in 1993.
Was that George Foreman's voice? Oh, that's total rip-off time, isn't it?
Very Punch-Out inspired, isn't it?
Yeah, very Punch-Out inspired, but kind of suck at the same time.
Yeah, like with worse camera angle for the Punch-Out style game. Oh man, that's very Punch-Out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Foreman has never seen this game in his life. Let me tell you.
That wasn't his fault at all.
Didn't the people in the background move in Punch-Out? Like these people are all just static with a flashbulb.
So this guy just magic into a Japanese guy?
Nah, fast forward. I just saw this as the Piston Honda ripoff from Punch-Out. So I mean, they're going all in with the ripoff. And for the NES Punch-Out, the referee's got like hunchback problems or something.
He's got problems. He's just here because he needs the insurance. He needs money to pay his medical bills.
Never heard of this one, but it was well reviewed. Wolf Child for the Sega Genesis. And this is a heavy metal. Just put on.
Yo, you like Altered Beast? Check this shit out.
All right, let me pitch this to you. So we like Altered Beast plus Metallica. It's a guaranteed hit.
A guaranteed
plus,
hit.
Make every level like the airship levels from Super Mario 3, and you got yourself a frustrating hit on your hands.
You say it's a hit that none of the three of us have ever heard of?
Yeah. That's like a level of make it like Metroid.
Right? Good call on the Metroid.
I'm almost at the end of the game, and there really hasn't been a lot of visual variety. He stays in that forest for a long time.
He got hit by that ball and turned back into a man.
Now, we mentioned this one when it was in the arcades, but just a quick hello to it again. Sunset Riders.
Sunset Riders, so fun.
It is so fun. One of the... I probably would have had more fun with it here because it was not particularly easy for me that I recall. So there's a lot of quarters to get through this game.
Yeah, it's a lot of quarters.
Bro, help her.
Bro, help her.
what it's all about.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
A lot of fighters. So speaking of Double Dragon 3, the arcade game for the Sega Genesis.
Oh, that was fancy.
Where you can do headstand, spinning flips. Love it. It doesn't even really look like it's doing anything to the
Double Dragon game with only one person.
What is the point of that move?
Yeah, it's like it's not doing anything. I love that goofy spinning kick that also looks like it would do nothing.
I would imagine you need someone else there to... I don't know, maybe
it's a team move. He's getting destroyed by Shinobi right now. At least let him change clothes to the karate gi.
I'm upset by Double Dragon having a single dragon. Why is she so big? Why is she so big and in outer space?
Things have really changed in the Double Dragon universe.
They're trying to give people motion sickness.
It's like those things you remember from the old Christopher Reeves Superman, where they send the people into space, those cubes.
Right, yep, absolutely. Absolutely, good call.
Yeah, you're right, I'm getting a little motion sick from that too.
I wish I hadn't seen that.
Out of This World was a groundbreaking, innovative game that I actually have heard of back when it was relevant. Couldn't figure out how to play it when I rented it. I think you needed an instruction manual to teach you the nuances.
Right now. You showed us a different game with.
I probably showed you. I think I showed you this same game on Super Nintendo a couple months back. I show it to you now to set up this one, which is from the same team, I believe, and is way more popular. It's called Flashback, so I feel like they got the formula a little better in this one. Less cutscenes, but more exploration. I think you get to go to a nightclub at some point in this. I was trying to find.
Oh yeah.
Trying to find that cool spot, but I may not.
Shake my groove, babe.
For some reason, this looks like good bad animation. Or
well,
yeah, like the physics of him moving around are pretty good.
It's a little Prince of Persia is what it reminds me of in some of the spots.
Absolutely.
I guess it's just everything looks good, but it just doesn't. It's missing detail.
It's a good starting point.
I remember, yeah. I think some things we did enjoy probably owe something to this, but no doubt that it is not easy to control. I can confirm that.
Okay.
Another arcade come home, Captain America and the Avengers.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good time also.
Yeah. I've looked at this in the arcade. Ah, okay.
Smash crack.
All right, I'm down to the two main events of the month.
Let's go.
Ecco the Dolphin on the Sega Genesis. The grunts indicate that you guys tried it at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
this is the most beautiful game ever. Not.
It was so hyped and even well reviewed and to this day well revered.
Why?
But okay, yeah, you know me, I love Sega, love to support everything they do. I'm with you guys here. I rented this game twice because I'm like, what's wrong with me? Let me give it another try.
Yeah, what am I not understanding? I rented it at least once. I was like, what the fudge? Can we put something else in?
Right. And you swim around aimlessly for ever. And
yeah,
then you finally figure out how to move on.
I never figured it out, and the one time I rented it.
I think it was hours before I finally triggered the right chain of events to actually move on. And eventually there is some stuff to do, but it's just a never-ending frustrating puzzle of what do I have to do to see something else.
Yeah.
This guy's got it though.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
You gotta push this rock with your nose to the bottom of the ocean, which is simulated.
Mariana Trench.
They're simulating the bottom of the ocean pretty well here because this dolphin has been going at it for a while. To save his friend. All right. So this brings me to my game of the month. I think you guys will agree that this compared to everything you've seen, this will be the undisputed game of the month. You guys have to remember this one. I think it was even a pack-in at some point.
Yeah, I unfortunately already saw the title. I knew it was coming.
Stupid YouTube previews. ruining the surprise. But yeah, this is this amazing game. This is the sequel to Streets of Rage 2, best in the series for so many reasons. Blaze is a hottie. Axel's awesome.
Right.
And then what's his name? Skate, where you can jump on the back of their neck and punch him in the head repeatedly with the rollerblade kid.
For sure.
Just one of the best beat 'em ups, period.
Like further evidence in my mind's eye that this just destroyed everything that Double Dragon was.
Oh yes, I mean just even at a short glance, everything about the presentation, soundtrack's amazing, visuals great. Yeah, I mean, let's remember we just watched Double Dragon 3.
That's the newest Double Dragon.
Do weird spin kicks that look like they did nothing and then do headstands. Right. Meanwhile, Axel is laying down the law with his pipe.
Yeah, he's laying the pipe.
Indeed.
God bless Daniel.
Oh, that's right. You get going underground to the baseball field. I remember this.
Yep.
And that rising uppercut. Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, so much fun
stuff.
with this one.
Final boss, absolute jerk. Sits there and watches you fight his main henchman.
Right.
And then he's like, "Fine, here it comes."
All right. Guess I'll come and bring the pain.
But if I gotta stand up, I'm gonna shoot you immediately. I beat this game just by myself, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know how many times. Way more fun with somebody, of course, but
for sure.
And replayable, good stuff.
Yep.
There you have it, your video games of February 1993.
Yeah, shout out to this one. Good times. Yeah, we're getting into some games that I love.
Some memorable stuff from the mid-90s to come. Yeah, Sega's got some good years ahead of it. And we'll see what's to come in March of 93 coming up next time.
It sucks to be you. Awesome to be me.